welcome to my channel. My name is Susan Tilly, and if today is your first time of watching me, then I want to give you a very warm welcome. On this channel, I bring you inspiration, I bring you motivation, and I also bring you information about living, working, and schooling in the United Kingdom. And so, if you ever have plans of coming to the UK, either to school or to work, then this is the right channel for you. Just hit on the subscription button so that you can be notified whenever I upload a video. I have made a video about how to apply for a school in the United Kingdom, and I've also made a video about how to write a very good personal statement when applying for your school. Before I talk about today's content, I just want to issue a disclaimer that I do not hold the copyright to any of the content in this video, and it's just for information and educational purpose. Now, in today's video, I want us to talk about the issue that seems to cause a lot of concerns for most people who are aspiring to come into the UK to come in school. If you follow the UK news very well, or if you follow UK politics very well, you will know that there's been a lot of issues coming from the UK over the past weeks, and most of which came to you and I as a big shock. Yes, and most of us are still in a shock. The first one being the announcement of the passing away of Her Royal Majesty Queen Elizabeth II on the 8th of September 2022. And then also we heard about the resignation of the Finance Minister, Akwesi Kwarteng, who happens to be the Chancellor to the former Prime Minister Liz Truss.
UK Chancellor Kwasi Kwarteng, as of this morning, being ousted and resigning. UK Prime Minister Liz Truss asking for his resignation, him giving it just 38 days after he became Chancellor. The move comes as Truss prepares a tax U-turn after financial turmoil. The UK will now have had 4 chancellors in 4 months.
As if that wasn't enough, we also heard about the resignation of the Home Secretary, that is Sheila Braverman. And she is said to have resigned because she mistakenly sent an official letter to another MP through her personal mail. That is considered to be a serious breach of ministerial rule. And so she is said to have resigned because of that.
It's not a resignation on a matter of principle. This is a resignation on an honest mistake. Here's what I understand happened. There was an incident. I don't know what the incident was, but the incident involved Suella Braverman sharing secure information that she shouldn't do on a private phone. And I understand that is one of 2 reasons that she has gone, and I don't have for you the second one.
Many people also believe that her resignation was because she didn't seem to be on the same page with the then Prime Minister Liz Truss when it comes to immigration rules. Because Sheila Braverman, when she was the Home Secretary then, had serious concerns about the immigration policies regarding the student visa and the dependency visa, or the graduate visa and the dependency visa. She was of the view that a lot of these people who come into the country to come in school bring in a lot of dependents who happens to be low skilled, and in her opinion, these people do not contribute much to the economy of the country, and wanted the immigrations to review the dependency visa. Now, a lot of research came up, and then it came up that 34,000 Nigerians that were allowed into the country as of June 2022 brought in about 31,989 people into the country as their dependents. And these were some of the things that were raising concerns for Sheila Braverman. She also had concerns and said that Indians happens to be the highest number of people who overstay in the country after their education. Because of this, the immigrations needed to review the number of people who are allowed into the country.
Tonight I want to talk a little bit about legal immigration, because it turns out that through the student visa program, the number of Nigerian students who've then been able to bring a dependent relative in this country runs at about 1 for 1. You know, 34,000 Nigerians given student visas and 32,000 dependents coming in their wake. Now, I'm not suggesting for a moment there's anything illegal about this, but when you think that a total of 1.1 million visas of various kinds were given out last year, you begin to understand why the British population has risen by 10 million.
Sooner, Braverman also raised concerns of protecting the borders of the United Kingdom and making sure that immigrations actually scrutinize their borders. Now, Liz Truss, when she was a prime minister, had opposite view. She thought that no, that UK is supposed to be a friendly place. She thought that the UK is supposed to be a homely place where people should be allowed to come, because she believed that some way, somehow, they contribute to the economy, they work and they pay taxes, which I also agree with her on that. But just when people seems to be happy, and when I say people who were aspiring to come into the country were happy that Sheila Braverman had resigned, the Prime Minister herself, Liz Truss, on the 20th of October, also issued her resignation, to the surprise of the whole world, because she said that she could not carry the mandate that was given to her as the consecutive leader, and so she wanted to resign.
I cannot deliver the mandate on which I was elected by the Conservative Party. I have therefore spoken to His Majesty the King to notify him that I am resigning as leader of the Conservative Party.
5 days after her resignation, we had King Charles III appointing a new prime minister in the person of Rishi Sunak. So on the 25th of October, Rishi Sunak was appointed into office as the new prime minister in the UK. The shocking part of this is that the day he resumed office as a prime minister, he appointed, or he reappointed, Sheila Braverman back into office as the Home Secretary.
Was his Home Secretary right to resign last week for a breach of security?
Prime Minister. Well, Mr. Speaker, can I thank the right honourable gentleman for his kind and indeed generous welcome to the dispatch box. I look forward to Prime Minister's question time with him, and I know that we will have, no doubt, robust exchanges, but I hope that they can also be serious and grown up. So I look forward to it. Well, he asked about the Home Secretary. The Home Secretary made an error of judgment, but she recognised that. She raised the matter and she accepted her mistake. And that's why I was delighted to welcome back into a united cabinet that brings experience and stability to the heart of government. And let me tell you, Mr. Speaker, what the Home Secretary will be focused on. She'll be focused on cracking down on criminals, on defending our borders, while the party opposite remains soft on crime and in favour of unlimited immigration.
Now, this reappointment seems to cause a lot of panic for people, especially people who want to travel into the UK to come and school, and especially people who want to come to the UK to come and work, because right now, the concern has been, what is going to be the fate of these people? Is any policy going to come out? What is going to be the policies? Is there going to be cancellation of the dependency visa itself? Is there going to be strict rules in place to prevent people from coming into the country? But as of now, we've not heard any news since the Home Secretary resumed office. And so I will say that we do not need to panic. You do not need to worry, because here in the UK, all the time new rules come up, all the time new policies come up. And so I would say go ahead and apply to your school if you want to come to the school. Go ahead and take the steps you need to take. But of course, stay informed, do your research. The fact that Sheila Braverman is back into office does not necessarily mean that the dependency visa is going to be cancelled, as we've not heard anything as of now. But let's stay positive. Let's keep praying for our leaders, and let's believe that the best policy will come out for you and I. Thank you very much. If you have any contribution to this video, you can drop it in the section, in the comment section below. And don't forget to watch my videos on applying to school in the United Kingdom and writing a good personal statement. Let's stay informed and let's hope for the best.